Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pot of the Dead
The Pot of the Dead.
2.0. Look at us. We're different.
Oh
We're
shit.
different. We look nicer. We have mics. We have mics at little handhelds. Look at them. Look at me. You can't even hear me when I'm doing this. It's real weird.
Yeah, it's wild. I gotta bring the mic up to my face to talk. I gotta be careful about my little mouth noises and stuff
Yeah,
now.
we're little.
Why would you do that? Why are you doing that to our listeners?
But yeah, no, we're here. We got Pot of the Dead. I'm a little sick. You can probably tell.
Just a little bit. He's mostly there.
I'm mostly fine, but we put off recording the podcast because I was sick, and
That's the only
the
reason.
only reason. So I move the mic away. Yeah, I can't do that. So we do apologize for the lack of frequency in Pot of the Dead uploads.
Who cares? only like you can. You left. We have the handheld mics. You left it. You left it there and coughed directly into it. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, but we should be back onto regular uploads.
Probably.
Whatever day this is uploaded on, there will be a Pot of the Dead that day.
Until we
week.
die.
Every week, I'm gonna say for 6 episodes. Is what I'm calling them.
Until we're dead,
Until-
Jackson.
Pot of the Dead.
I'm gonna kill one of us.
Pot of the Dead.
One of us is gonna die.
And you're gonna find that out in 6 episodes. So make sure you stay tuned.
Hey, I never said you said the 6 number. I never said anything
yeah,
about
I
6.
said the 6. Okay, we're gonna stop this now. So we're here, Pot of the Dead 2.0. And instead of being black and gold, we got a whole bunch of tie-dye colors. That's my name.
Yeah, that his name, his channel, his logo, his brand.
Yeah, that's me. But so we're here now, and usually we got some topics going into this.
We plan out the episode a little. It's how you
This-
do podcasts.
yes.
We have something for this one. We do have one slight plan, which is let's talk about Vanguard Zombies.
Yeah. So they put out the season 1 picture today, and there's a new Purge game mode. There's a new Covenant, and there's
Well, no, not a game mode. It's an objective.
an objective. Yeah. I think there's a new area, and there's a couple new weapons, right?
Yep.
And my thoughts. So that's all we have for the Vanguard.
Cool.
portion.
It's like cool, man. Vanguard.
It's Vanguard, dude. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah. So
Um,
other than that,
Also, let us know if the mics sound okay. I think we think they sound pretty good, but if we're handling them poorly, if we're being stupid and dumb, tell us. In those.
yeah, let us know. We're trying. Who knows? Maybe I'm holding it a little too close to my face.
Maybe
Maybe
I
Jack's
am.
holding it a little too far away.
Maybe you think we're a little too loud.
Maybe we're being dumb with it.
And another thing, just a little thing I wanted to bring up because I thought about it. If you personally are a fan of audio podcasts having the left ear right ear thing, I would like a vote on that because we can make this left ear right ear. We are not currently left ear right ear, but we can make that happen.
Personally, my vote is that's cringe. I'm not a fan.
My vote is not entirely against it, but it's mostly against it. But also, the audio does not reflect my thoughts on how well we did regardless. The audio is purely for people who are there. My
That is
experience
true.
is the same regardless of whether or not we have these. We're using the camera mic. We're using those shitty clip-on mics. My experience is the same, but theirs isn't.
Yeah, you and I can hear each other just fine.
Just
It's
fine.
whatever.
Just fine. Same as always.
Yeah, I will say the left right ear thing is cringe for like if I'm listening to a podcast at work, I can only have one earbud in because I
That's
got to
true.
hear people. If you can only listen with one earbud or whatever, if you're out anywhere where you would be listening to an audio podcast, left right ear is cringe.
Yep.
So that's my thought on it. There
Yeah.
you go. This is the us of the dead.
This is the us of the dead. But yeah, so obviously we got a whole new setup here. We have displayed our things in front of us, I think, pretty well. As you can see, let's give them a quick little run through. This is about all we got. We have our summoning key up here at the front. Surrounding the summoning key is the 2 parts of the wave gun, the zap guns, as you would probably know them as. That's what they're called.
Yup.
Flanking them, we have the original 4 perks in the order they're meant to be in.
I don't know what does that mean.
Shut up. And then
What are you
we've got
talking about?
the ray gun Mark II in the middle, which is being held by a debuting monkey bomb.
Yeah, this is the first time it's
The
actually
debut?
shown up. You can
Deb-
barely see it. You can see
see are his beady little eyes.
Once again, Mac is enraged.
She's crying, sobbing, pissing on the floor, on the
Maybe
carpet.
even shitting.
So then we got the ray gun right here,
Yes, sir.
and then the canorium made by the person who's maybe shitting and pissing and crying on the floor right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mac.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out Mac.
to Mac. And also everyone else who made these things, of course. Maybe we'll link them this time.
Yeah, shout out Etsy. Etsy's
Shout out
huge.
Etsy. If
Fucking love
If
Etsy.
you have a disposable income and enjoy zombies-based
If you enjoy
memorabilia,
things, check Etsy, and there's probably
Straight
things
up.
related to what you enjoy.
very legitimately, I might have said it on the podcast already, but I was like, when I was a little younger, I was like, you know what Etsy is? Woman shit.
It's for females.
Fuck that.
Fuck
And
females.
I never looked at it, and then I was like, I wanted to find out his memorabilia. Then Mac, I just look at Etsy. I was like, fuck it, fine, Jesus. And then I did and was like, oh.
Yeah, and then we got the
Coughing
fucking
through.
ray gun Mark II, all of the perks, the fucking regular ray gun, the zap guns, the summoning key.
And
It's crazy.
It's so cool.
Big shout out Etsy.
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, but I was a shout out the creators on Etsy. Like Etsy really didn't do shit
Other than, host them and
other
all
than
that.
host them, which is like cool, but like them, good for them. They did it. This is a way memo we didn't have a plan.
Well, we didn't directly say that. We did say that we had a plan for Vanguard.
You said that I fully plan on going. We have nothing.
Well, we didn't have nothing. We had something. Yeah, we're winging it
We're
this
winging it. We're
episode.
winging it.
We decided, fuck it. We got the new set. Let's just roll with it
Yeah,
and see what
also,
happens.
Do you think the set is good? We're working. I say we're working on. I haven't bought them yet, and I probably should. Some shelves.
Yeah.
Which, if you let me know if you like this setup, if this setup is good, I'm saying let me know on a lot of these things. We should if everyone doesn't comment 6 times, I'm disappointed. But I kind of like.
Or if 6 doesn't comment anytime,
What?
it's Oliver. His name is 6.
Oh, that's 6.
Oh, dude.
Shit, I'm so cool.
I'm fucking coming.
Dude, so am I. So I like the setup we have in front of us. However, obviously we have 14 perk bottles. So we only have 4 perks displayed because we did some testing and having all of them there was a bit much. But so we can push the shot back a little bit, open up this wall above us, take down the flag, unfortunately, and then
Fuck the flag.
and then add in fuck flag though, fuck flag, and then
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck the flag. Burn
and-
that
and
shit.
then add in some shelves where we can put all the perks. Maybe put the ray gun there. So just these are all options that we haven't necessarily explored yet. But these are all different things. The set's gonna keep changing. Although I think that right now I'm happy with what we have. It looks a little bit different, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, we're still workshopping. We'll figure it out.
Still workshopping.
It's good right now.
we're
It'll
week to
probably be
week.
better.
Also, as you very clearly can tell, we got a light. We got lights.
Yeah, we got slightly better lighting. Green screen's still gone. Fuck a green screen.
Green screen's gone. And maybe did I buy the green screen? You bought the green screen.
I bought the green screen and then paid more rent.
That is true, and I bought the.
You
regular-
bought I bought the green screen and the mics, and then you bought the expensive shit.
I bought the bottles and then the Mark II Zap Gun combo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it took us like 3 months to get the Mark II.
which was bottles by Josh and then Bandit 3D printing, I believe.
Oh shit, he actually dude, shout out.
Shout out to them.
Shout out.
The Bandit, that guy also has the summoning key. And then
It's
everything else, I think is just Mac made it. This one's from Amazon. So is this one. So that was the people. We shouted out all the people on Etsy.
That's big.
Yeah, if you like this shit, look at them. Look up them. They're cool.
Shout out.
Shout out. We just how many times we said shout out? It's almost like we don't have a plan.
We got nothing for this one. We're
I really hope you can hear the cat right now.
Yeah, no, I doubt the cat's audible on
Yeah.
these things. I'm not audible from here on this thing pretty much, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we're just
So-
gonna really hope. That's
Yeah,
my
definitely
plan
not.
most of the time is really hope. which is not a good plan when you.
That is
can't
yeah, that is our strategy for most things in life at like most times. It's just kind of
put in effort and then give up and really hope. And it works
Just
out
like-
for your channel.
yep. Still
I
have
don't think that was a roast. That was just a comment.
yeah,
on your
it's been
show.
over 2 weeks since I've done anything on it.
It's been 3 weeks since we recorded the podcast. Has anything happened in the last 3 weeks in zombies?
Uh,
Because we had a bit of a problem with the last episode that we uploaded because we put it up, and I went on vacation down to Florida,
Yup.
and then neither of us checked the channel, and then the video failed in processing, and
Oh yeah,
and neither of us knew for a week. So we came back and we're like, "Fuck, shit."
yeah. So then it got uploaded like a week later.
Yeah, that's our bad. That's our bad.
Not that big of a deal because there would have been a break in podcasts anyway.
Well, we would have supplemented it. You know, we would have like actually recorded one.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But yeah, so this is part of the Dead 2.0. What are we going to talk
Yeah.
about, Sky? You got to think about something.
What are we gonna talk about?
What
I'm
stream?
trying- I'm
What
trying
stream
to-
are you watching?
I'm trying to think about relevant things that have happened in high rounding because there are a couple of things. I'm pretty sure I know the Shang world record got broken. I think it's like
Ooh.
I think it's like 208 now or something,
What was it before?
like 206.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, someone was able to push it by 2 rounds. I think the
No,
way they
no,
managed to
no.
push it, they were
Yeah.
running a strategy. They were in the Semtex room basically for the
Mhm.
entire game.
So when someone so question from casual to casual to high rounder.
Okay,
When someone breaks a
high
record,
rounder. Yep.
high round community guy,
Mhm.
does someone like? Is there a new strategy? Is there any way to execute the original strategy faster? Or like
It depends on the map. It really because a lot of maps like Shang in this example, there's like a strategy that's known, but for most people has been considered too hard to actually run it for a full game.
So
But
ki-
it's faster.
So kind of like in the way that OnlyFans is viewed for a while.
What?
Mob of the Dead strat.
Jesus Christ, man! You
How did,
can't.
how did you not get that?
I thought you were making some weird like connection to OnlyFans. I didn't think you would be referencing the fucking old mob strat.
Is that the old strat now?
Well, it's not. It's. I say the old. It's an older strat now because it's been known for a while. I think that strat has been ruled out as a possibility because someone ran it up until like the 130s or 140s or in that range, I think, and then their game errored.
And
So
then
OnlyFans is not viable.
So the record on Mop is still set with Acid Trap.
Yeah. Some variation of Acid Trap strats. They might have run OnlyFans early in the game if it got broken recently. I'm not up to date on mob shit.
It's weird. It seemed like you would be.
Yeah, well, I don't keep track of records super closely because there's a lot of like very small people who I don't know about.
I mean, it just
And
seemed like if there'd be a Mog, you'd be watching it.
Yeah, well,
like I would be.
you know.
If I was in the
listen.
same boat as you, I'd be watching Shadows whenever it was available.
If I knew that someone was playing mob, I would be watching it. But I think there have been people who have played mob and I just haven't like seen the game.
It is a little unfortunate for BO3 when, regardless of like, because I think that like the theoretical high round situation, because high rounding at the end of the day, while it's high rounding, it's speed running.
Yeah.
Because like it used to be high rounding, but now we're at a point where the game ends after a certain period of time.
Yeah, that does actually lead into another record that got broken on BO3.
Okay,
Someone got the fastest 255 on Kino.
that's cool. I guess.
Yeah. That's neat. It was like a 66, 67 hour 255, I think.
How much faster is that than the previous one?
I think it was like a couple hours faster.
Fucking god, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, the dude was able to save more time on the game because he played Deadwire Turned the entire game, which on Kino most people just don't do because it's a lot harder. So he was able to shave a couple of hours just by running that.
I know that I watched what's his name, a Johnny J video. We're talking about the Die Rise record being broken somewhat recently.
Oh yeah, the Die Rise record. Yeah, I forgot about
I
that.
don't know how long ago that was.
I don't remember the exact details of it, but I think I
I
think.
am more up to
Oh,
date
yeah,
on
yeah.
Die Rise than anything because you can see I watch Johnny J sometimes. Because Johnny J makes really good videos. I really like Johnny J.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. The Die Rise record, I don't remember what the round is, but it was able to get pushed because whoever was playing played no power for
143,
some amount of time.
something like that.
Maybe. They played no power, though, which means that the elevators aren't moving, which means that less zombies are getting killed, which leads to
because wasn't it found to be like that was like
that causes an error.
and that wasn't known until recently.
Yeah,
That
I
the zombies
think so.
blowing up fucked the game.
yeah. So
Which
they
like you'd think like everyone was like, okay, you have to turn on the power because that kills zombies, makes it go faster.
yeah. I don't know exactly what happened or how it got discovered, but yeah,
But now it's been discovered.
yeah, you don't blow up zombies with the elevator, and it makes you error later in the game.
Yeah, but so what I was saying, like, because the high rounding is just speed running.
At least on well, actually, it's speed running on everything.
it's always just speed running. It's just because you're always fighting against the air that is going to be there, so you
Yeah.
have to get to it. Like that air is going to come regardless of like what round you're on. It's going to be there, so you have to make that round as high as possible before that error comes, which is the same way that BO3 is. Just how fast can you get to 255?
Yeah, BO3. I wish BO3 could go past 255, man.
But so the thing is, again, like I think that in the logistical sense of how like the speed run is on BO3 compared to other games, it's the same thing. It's just BO3 is how fast can you get there, not.
I mean, it's not though. It's
round.
not the same thing because like
Explain why it's not, because I don't see why.
because at some point it's like you can play a really fast game, but it doesn't really matter because you get to 255. If you play faster than someone, it doesn't mean anything for you. If the round could go past 255, playing a faster game would be relevant because it means you could push the game to a higher round.
But I don't see why it isn't just you play a faster game, you get a lower time. It's the same thing.
I mean, that's obviously more impressive, but the thing that most people look at is just like the round number. That's what is relevant.
But I'm saying logistically, it's the same thing. Because like I'm agreeing, like it's unfortunate for BO3, but in reality, like if you're looking at it in a pure objective sense of like not what it feels like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's not how people look at it.
I'm agreeing that sucks. But like when you think about it, it's the same thing.
It kind of is, but
it is just like rather than can you hit 210 on Shang, it's can you get sub. I don't know the numbers for SOE. What's the world record on SOE right now?
I don't know. I have no clue what the fastest SOE time is.
8
minutes.
minutes.
8 minutes. If with a mod menu, maybe.
Like that video that we were gonna make. That was a funny thing. That was funny. I like that video.
And then nothing came of it. It was basically an idea where Jack was just gonna like be like, "Hey, I hit 100 on shadows," and then he just had a mod menu.
It was the continuation of, 'cause if you're here, you've been here for a while, and you might remember about a little more than a year ago at this point.
Has it really been that
More
long?
than a year. It was like June.
Oh my fucking god, that's crazy.
Way back, I made a short little video trilogy where I was like, man, Sky's a shit human being. Here's why. And people,
Arguably true still.
and people thought I was being serious, and it was really funny. I will still never forgive people who commented and went, "Is this real?" When I was like, he should be making 80 times the content that I'm making right now. I said that, and people were like, "Is he serious, guys?" And
Shout out to all the younger fans in my fan base who are like, does this guy really hate Sky?
people commented on that video and went, man, I'm not unsubbing though from Sky. And I was like, dude, he's my boy. What are we talking about? And then I made a follow-up video that was like, guys, I'm so sorry. And I had a piece of ice in my hand. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then I played the Conor McGregor video where he's like, I apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the fuck he wants. And I love that video. And then I was like, fuck that guy. And then we had an interview, which I don't know if everything's ever made. And then I was like, and then at the end of the video, it was, what's your highest round in zombies? And I was like, because it's like 72 or something like
Jack
that.
has still never played a game
No,
past the 70s, which is crazy to me.
It's crazy. But I've never done it. And
He
so-
absolutely has the skill to do it on
Absolutely.
like a lot of
On
maps,
most
but he
maps.
just hasn't. I
I-
don't know if I would say most maps.
I mean, we'll go over that in a second. I want to finish my thing.
Okay.
And then so the idea for the video that we had was that I would message him and go, I'd call him and go, I did it. I fucking did it. Fuck you. I did it. And then it was a picture of SOE on round 200 and with me completely surrounded by zombies. And then it says, what is it? Strat testing.
Yep. There's
above,
there's
above the round 200. And
yeah
he's like,
there's a mod menu on BO3 that's called strat testing, which lets you like
yeah,
give yourself a bunch of shit to just like test stuff out,
yeah, and you can just,
and it
you can
has
skip
like a
rounds.
watermark on it basically.
Yeah, so you can't do that. And then
Yeah.
and then so the bit was I'd be like, that's real, and he's like, why is the Margwa's tentacle down your throat? Mommy Margwa? What the fuck? And when we were doing that, we lost our fucking mind. And then
Shout out Mommy Mark.
and then I was gonna go, look, no, but I don't think you're ashamed. My highest round is actually around 112 on Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies Mobile.
Oh my
Which I
god.
did maybe 10 years ago.
Oh my god.
And if I could get my dad's Samsung Tab 2, I could probably re-download it on there. But it is not. It's too old of a thing for my phone, so I can't actually download it.
Unfortunately.
And then I was like, "Fuck it," and I scrapped the whole thing.
Just got rid of it.
Just got rid of
But
the whole video.
the nice thing is that now, even all this time later, the content lives on in the podcast. That's an exclusive for you guys right there. A little
That's one
exclusive for
all
the fans.
out there.
Shout out to you guys. That's you.
That's you guys. That's the Potters.
Only real fans.
What do we call? Should we call like the individuals who watch our podcast Potters?
The dead.
Everyone who's watching it.
Who listens to your pod? The dead.
It is the podcast of the day. It's the podcast.
Podcast of the people.
Podcast for the dead. Pod for the dead.
Pod of the dead. Pod for the dead.
Dude, it's a video where the dude's like, "Good morning, England." No. And then the news lady is like, "Do you have anything to say to your mother?" And he goes, "What?" It's so funny. I love that video.
Hey Jack, how long have we been going for? Because I feel like the camera's gonna do the thing pretty
I
soon.
don't
probably.
know, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna pay attention to it, and then when it pops up with the thing, it's gonna be fun.
Sick.
Listen to Part of the Dead.
Listen to Pod of the Dead.
All right. So we've been bullshitting. God.
Could
damn.
you tell?
Could you tell? Could you tell?
Jack, we've still got half a podcast to do, man.
We have more than half a podcast to do.
Well, depending on how long it is, this might be a short episode.
Hey, I want a short episode. Short episode.
You want to talk about Origins?
Listen, man. Sure. But we'll bounce off of it.
All right.
later. Origins is the third time of all time.
Origins is the zombies map of all time.
A fair point.
Origins is a map.
That is true. Not debatable.
It's aesthetically pretty ugly.
Also true.
Also not that fun, and I don't really enjoy it that much.
Hey. Agartha looks sick.
Yeah, that's a cool location. Even with the older graphics, that kind of holds up.
Yeah, it looks sick.
With that being said, even with the newer graphics, I think that Origins doesn't really hold up.
yeah, because
Like on BO3, it still
I agree with you. It accentuates the looking like shit.
like the art style out on base level is not good on the map.
Which I'll say
Maybe not even the art style, just like the colors.
I think that there's a chance that that was the plan. That like it was a choice to make it look like shit.
Yeah,
However,
doesn't change the fact that it
was
looks like shit.
It was the wrong choice to make.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like hardware limitation. It was an ambitious map, and they pulled it off, but they had to make some sacrifices.
I know what I just thought about, or like it just kind of like seeing how big Origins is, clicked in my mind that it is in the same game as Transit,
Yeah.
and that Origins is like has probably the same amount of space.
That's not true. I think Transit has a lot more space. It's just that you don't use most of that space.
I mean, like area that you can see. You know?
Area that you can see, it's Origins probably has either a comparable amount or like maybe more.
And then
Because
but
Transit,
there's just no fog on Origins, and then Transit's a fucking mess.
dude, Transit in another game could have been
Great.
Could have been really sick. Dude, I still stand by the fact that they should have added like parts of Transit as an Outbreak
Dude,
map.
Outbreak would have been so fucking cool. I remember.
Dude, they could have had like maybe a special objective or just like a special vehicle, let you like drive the bus around.
And you know what they can do though?
What can they do?
They can still do that because they keep updating these games from now on.
I mean, they could add that, but they're not gonna add new content on that level to Cold War. Ain't no way.
I mean, bro, they did it.
Dude,
they did
dude.
It. The greatest time ever. Greatest company.
Transit in Vanguard. The worst zombies meets the worst zombies.
I laughed because I thought Trangard.
That is. I also thought of Transguard. I didn't. You beat me. You beat me to actually saying it, but it was
Rip the Dawn.
what? What's
Lex's editor.
Oh.
who got fucked up. Lex was like, he's a. Guys, he's fucked now. He's over it. So stop yelling at me.
Isn't he like a shithead or something? Didn't
Yeah.
he say like cringe shit?
Yeah, he would like send screenshots of.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it today.
I know we talked about it, but I didn't remember what you said
Yeah,
exactly.
And that happened today. So if you want to know when the podcast was recorded and you know that whole thing, which I barely know, it happened today.
Yeah, Lex's editor basically was like, there's fucking stats for like LGBT people, or was it specifically trans people?
I think it was LGBT people.
Yeah, here's their suicide rates. Lol.
Let's make fun of them. They should kill themselves, which is just not funny.
It's just not cool.
Like it just isn't funny. Like it's terrible because on one hand it's terrible, on the other hand it's also not funny.
Yeah, it's just
one could make up for the other in theory, but it's just neither.
I mean, hey, edgy content exists for a reason. Fucking people like Fitz are still successful.
Because Fitz is funny.
As terrible as like all of the things he says are, he's still funny.
Funny.
Like Mac will probably be mad at me for saying this, but I can go back and watch Fitz content and still enjoy it a lot. It's really funny. I don't care. He's funny. And the whole group is really funny.
They're all really funny.
I still watch the Misfits podcast from time to time.
Yeah, I the only podcast I watch is The Yard.
Shout out to Fitz's second channel.
And Pot of the Dead.
I watched that Fitz video that he uploaded on his second channel. It was alright.
Yeah. Pot of the Dead.
Talk about zombies here.
What else we got? Moon is bad.
We can't talk. Let's talk about a map we don't ever talk about. Like Origins gets brought up, Moon gets brought up, all the big boys. Let's talk about like fucking
map.
Zetsubo.
The map. You want to talk about Zetsubo?
What do you got? You got something?
I can go on about Zetsubo.
You were gonna say something.
Love Zetsubo. I don't know. I was like map. We don't.
Round of applause for all the Potters out there.
All the Potters. So
Zetsubo, Noshima.
Zetsubo Noshima, one of the most underrated maps of all time. It's fun. Zetsubo's a good map.
Yeah, every time I've gone and played it, I've had quite a good time on it.
It's fun.
I think
good.
Zetsubo is I think this about a lot of maps, but I think it's definitely a better map than Origins.
Shut the fuck up. As a Zetsubo defender, Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, guys, let's talk about maps we don't normally talk about. Also, better than Origins.
But nothing's better than Shadows, but it's all better than Moon. Let's talk about Moon for a minute.
I think you could make a case for Mob of the Dead.
But so that's about it. I think it's really. I really like the plant system.
Yeah, plant system is cool. I never learned shit about it. It's not hard, but it intimidates me because it's something I've just never learned.
I used to know it.
As many things do. I just don't know it, so it scares me.
Yeah. So we do things differently, right? We do things differently. You will learn. You will just go. I'm gonna learn 2 things really well.
Yeah.
And then I am like, and then specifically with zombies, I'm gonna go. I'm going to learn this because I'm doing this right now, and then I will stop watching it or stop playing Zetsubo, and now it's gone. I could pull through on the Easter egg without a video, but it'd be tough. Maybe a couple tries.
Yeah, no, when it comes to me with playing, I'll get my thing or I'll figure something out and then that's it. I got it on lock. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I got it covered on this map. How the fuck do you get the perk plant? I mean, he doesn't know either, but I got nothing for it. I think, isn't it I know there's something where you gotta just shoot the shit with the KT4 and then you do, I think, only that. Is it either it's only that or you just water and KT4? I don't know if that's for the perk plant, but I know there's something.
It might be water and KT4. Something that I've also found is I think that everything you put in is like a chance. Because I always put it in and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's just not right. So I never know. In a similar way to that, I guess at this point I'm actually pretty confident with the Mob of the Dead stuff. Is that it's 15 on the main island and then 1 on the bridge?
Yeah, 1 on the bridge and then you got to finish out the round.
Yeah, 1 on the bridge, finish out the round without shooting.
You're allowed to shoot Brutus on the bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, apparently that's the thing. If you shoot Brutus, it's fine and it doesn't kill it. If I remember correctly. Might be wrong on that. Don't go playing Mob and then shoot Brutus and then get pissed at me because it doesn't work.
The only reason I have any information about that, it isn't even because you told me. It's because Glitching Queen made that video.
That's how I learned about it. Shout out to the Richtofen head.
Is because it was that. It was the Richtofen head, and then it was what was it? That was way too close. Sorry, the smoke grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What should we do?
Episode perusing through Zombies history.
That would be really fun.
This is when this happened.
Dude, that would probably have to be a multiple parter because there's so much shit that's gone on.
I don't know.
There's so many things. Dude, Zombies podcast documentary.
Zombies, you could call that a Zombies retrospective.
I was gonna say podumentary.
My joke was better than yours.
Mine wasn't a joke. Mine was just a bad name. Jack, stop, please. Man, really just stop. You pulled the microphone in to cough. You had it away from you, and then you brought it. You were like, "Oh, it's over here. I can't hear." You fucking dumbass.
Dude, I really wish people would watch this whole podcast.
We have some good goofs on here.
Okay, so we're not promoting this one. We'll promote one that's built, so we can be like,
shout out to Earth.
What's up, Redditors? Dude, I was scrolling through shit and I saw this dude who was on a Reddit AMA, not an AMA, but an Am I the Asshole thing. It was like, I don't want to drive. My girlfriend bought me driving lessons and I got mad at her. No, in fairness, it wasn't exactly that. And I think he had a little bit of a point.
That's me.
He had a little bit of a point in the.
That's me minus the girlfriend.
And then because it was like his girl. He doesn't want to learn how to drive. He doesn't make his girlfriend drive him around anywhere. But when his girlfriend goes somewhere that he wants to go, he goes along. He Ubers to work. He Ubers everywhere he needs to go. So then for his birthday, his girlfriend bought him driving lessons, but he doesn't want to drive. and now she's mad at him, and he doesn't want to drive. And I think that he should drive because he's a pussy. Just drive, because imagine not driving.
Yeah.
And
I mean, who like
who
would
would do that?
who?
And then
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
also like
Mm-hmm.
she bought him that so that she wouldn't have to drive all the time. So that's for herself, not for him, because he doesn't want to drive. So I think that's a fair point, but also
Yeah.
shut the
Fuck
fuck
you.
up.
Just drive.
Just drive. Like if everyone else around you was like, Jesus Christ, you're making my life significantly worse, then like figure it out, dude.
Yeah. Because who would ever?
Moving
Not
on
drive.
from the Reddit portion of our podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to that Reddit post that I saw on the Airsoft subreddit. That's a joke for Jack and Jack alone. If you saw the tweet, then maybe you know it too. Because I'm pretty sure I saw it in a tweet. It was some dude posting in the Airsoft subreddit, just being like, "Hey,
Is
what
there airsoft guns?
airsoft guns that are safe to shoot from a short range for
I was
BDSM purposes."
I was a little bonked, right? A little bonked.
Allegedly.
Allegedly a little bonked.
What that means to you is what it
That's
means to
that's
you.
What it means to you, home dog. And I just lost my mind. It was really funny.
Yeah, because there was some mention of like BDSM or some like
Yeah, that's-
kinky shit.
And this guy went, okay, so I saw this post on the airsoft subreddit, and I was like, because it was very clear that he was going to talk about airsoft to the penis.
Not necessarily to the penis. I don't know if that was what it was. Might have been just like a general pain thing.
This is the least formed.
Sounding with an airsoft gun.
This is the least zombies we've ever done.
Sounding with
You know
the
what?
sound.
This makes up for it. This is enough zombies for the podcast.
Sounding with the shots from an airsoft gun.
Dude, when do we stop being Pod of the Dead and start being like a different name?
Let's just do the other idea that we had where our podcast is like the idea is it's just like talking before our gaming sessions.
That was our original idea back when we didn't live together. Our idea.
Yeah, we would just hop in Discord calls to game and like most of the time play zombies
And-
actually.
Yeah, and we'd play games like every couple of days, and then we'd sit in a call and we'd talk for like an hour.
Yeah, and we just like Jack would like catch me up on shit that was going on with him, tell me stories. We'd like make jokes and bounce off each other. I would say nothing because things don't happen in my life,
Yeah,
or they didn't at least. Now they kind of do.
Now you kind of got some stuff going on.
I got shit happening. It kind of
yeah.
sucks. I don't like it. That's a joke. I'm mostly here for it.
I was like, I'm not gonna ask you about it right now, but I'm going to later.
Yeah, no, there's no need to ask about it. That was a joke. That was all for the comedy.
For the fans out there,
Yeah.
I love that joke. Bar of the Dead. The Zetsubo boss fight's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good boss fight.
Kind of. It's better than like
Let's rank it against the other BO3 boss fights.
better than Rev, better than Shadows.
Those are both true.
Worse than DE and Crovy.
Yes, but I think that it's of no fault of Zetsubo.
I mean, yeah, I think you could argue that, but I think Zetsubo is like a fine, maybe a good boss fight,
I
and then
think Zetsubo-
DE and Crovy are just like Crovy for all of its flaws.
For-
The
for
boss
as-
fight is sick as fuck.
For as much as we don't like Crovy, disagreeing with every person alive, that boss fight.
That boss fight is the best in BO3.
It's the best in
easily.
BO3. It's the best part of the map.
Other than the fact that you can kind of cheese it within plain sight, it's dope as hell.
Yeah, it's super sick.
And then I mean you can cheese all of the boss fights with gum, so who really
You can
cares about
always-
that?
You can. When I think about stuff, I try not to think about it in the regards of like you can cheese it.
Yeah, I don't
because-
even know why I mentioned it, to be
because
honest.
cheesing is cringe.
I agree.
It's like saying that the dragon fight in Minecraft isn't a good dragon fight because you can cheese it with beds.
I would argue that it's better because you can cheese it with beds.
No.
Disagree. I think that the boss fight is better because it gives you like that option, and also using beds isn't like a cakewalk. Like you do actually need to practice the method a little bit, and you need to like
but
get it
it's-
down.
But it's a little bit cringe, and I think,
I mean, it does. It also like it's like speedrun stuff. Helps out with that a lot.
Either way, but there are people who are like, you can cheese it and makes it bad. That's how games work, dude. Games don't get cheesed on day one. Past day one, it's got more cheese than my YouTube channel.
I do think that at some point, like maybe it's not a flaw of the fight, but it more becomes like it is a flaw of the game if you can do stuff like that. I
You
think
can just-
arguably.
Which I think is a case for BO3. Because you have so many gums, you can just cheese the whole game.
Yeah, I stand by the fact that I think BO3 would probably be a better game if the gums weren't as crazy.
Probably.
I think
Again.
I don't mind having some gums. I think like if Perkaholic was the strongest in the game, then like cool.
Something that I will always stand by, that I remember, like, I remember being in a Skype call with my good buddy, Glowing Tunic.
Hell yeah.
Hells yeah. Saying
Shout out.
in 2015 or 2016 that it came out?
Came out 2015. It was the game of 2016. Cuz
Yes.
it always comes
No.
out right at the end of the year, and it came out 2015.
Yes, because that's when the Cavs lost in the finals. When they beat the Warriors in the finals. That was that year. You should know that, Sky. And then
Fuck you.
if the gums, we were saying, if the gums are too overpowered, we won't use them.
Good one.
What do you mean, good one?
We all whenever we played BO3, we would always like run raindrops and shit.
Yes, but no, but I'm saying if we think that the gums are too broken and we don't want, and we think that they do not affect the game well, then we won't use them, or we don't have to use them.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. If you're playing a game and you think that a certain like accessory in the game is too busted, then don't use it. It's not hard. Do not use the thing you think makes the game less fun. Now, I think that it's not applied in multiplayer games. In fighting in a game where you are fighting other individuals, that does not apply.
Yeah, if it's in like a PvP game, then obviously
In
yeah.
PvP games, then it's a problem. But if you're in a situation where you're playing a game where you're teaming with people or anything where you're not fighting another actual person, if it's too overpowered, then just don't use it. Which is why one of the reasons I love about zombies is because they just can kind of just make all the shit busted as fuck. And if I
That is one of the reasons why I personally enjoy Cold War, is because everything's just fucking crazy. You just go wild.
listen, I enjoy Cold War as well. I just wish wish my account didn't get fucked up. Maybe I would have played it a lot more. We got Dark Ether. We got Dark Ether because I gotta own a bunch of guns.
Dark Ether is great camo, by the way.
It's the best camo of all time.
Dark Matter from BO3 looks better.
They're like the same camo, dude.
BO3's is brighter. It's got more purple. It looks better.
I'm thinking about it the same way. The original Dark Matter camo, the original overall Mastery camo is the best camo ever.
Yeah.
Outright.
Shout out Damascus. Shout out FaZe Jeff.
Shout out Jev. I still you watch Jev still?
Occasionally.
I've been
I'll
watching.
pop by.
I've been watching it a little more lately. Because I play Vanguard a little bit.
Have you still been running Vanguard at all?
Not really. But
Personally, I regret buying Vanguard.
I don't regret buying Vanguard.
I bought Vanguard for you. Have you paid me back for it
Yeah,
yet?
I did.
Okay.
100% I did.
All right. I don't actually remember that happening, but you were confident in it, and I know you're not that guy, so I'll take your word
I'm
for
not
it.
that guy. I would not take your money. If it wasn't funny. I had to add that caveat.
If it was funny, totally rob you.
I would.
I'd rob your shit blind if
I
it made
would.
someone laugh, dude.
Dude, if I could get it on video where I came in and stole Sky's chair out from under him and he didn't know, I would do it.
That's a good idea for like a short. I would just like set up and I just like sit myself in a way where I can like support myself without the chair,
That'd be good.
and you just roll it out from under me, and
Dude.
then I like have a few seconds where I'm like, whatever, you get away with it, and you're like, we got the chair, and then you come back, you're like, Sky, I stole your chair, and I realize, and then I fall.
It's like a cartoon when someone's like running
Yeah.
in the sky, and then and then someone's like, "Hey," and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, that but real life.
And they fall. Mogus.
Oh my god. Funny Among Us 3 a.m.
Mogus.
Among Us ASMR.
This is Zombies podcast. We're on
This is
episode,
a Zombies podcast.
we're on episode 8. We're not far enough in to be doing this.
Hey, listen. We'll get topics for the next episodes. We'll figure shit out. If only Vanguard were more interesting, right?
If only Vanguard were more interesting. Straight up, if it were more interesting, this would be fixed.
Yeah,
If
but
you think this podcast is shit, blame Activision.
not Treyarch. Do not blame
Not
Treyarch.
Treyarch.
Don't blame Treyarch.
They're fine.
They're good. They are doing their best with very limited circumstances.
Blame Activision for this and only this.
Everything
Everything
other
else
than
is
this,
fine.
Activision has they've done
never
nothing
made
else
a
wrong.
mistake. Hold on,
They
let me-
are golden boys.
yes,
Shout out to the Cosby Suite.
as well as Blizzard.
Yeah, was the Cosby Suite a Blizzard thing? Actually,
I
that
have no idea what you're saying. I don't know what that is.
there's like a controversy. I don't remember the exact details, but they had something called the Cosby Suite. It was like some Bill Cosby thing. I don't think you need to know a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, no. Okay, so but on the down low though, fuck Activision. But they
I'm gonna-
do
I'm
make
gonna say-
Call of Duty.
I'm
so
gonna say
keep buying
I'm gonna
it.
say on the up high, fuck Activision.
I see no god up here, other than me. Activision shoots you with it. It's over. Bro, I saw this meme. I was telling my mom earlier. I don't remember why I was telling her, but it was like it's like, damn, pouring one out for all the people who post anonymously on Reddit saying, guys, there's a hidden U.S. defense bunker underneath like 34th Street in Harlem, and then they immediately get shot in the head by a laser because they're white. That was a funny meme. I don't know why I brought it up now. This is
It didn't seem very relevant to much of anything at all.
now,
What's up, Redditors?
What's up, Redditors? Now, okay, so genuine question, Oliver. Is this the best or the worst episode so far? I don't know.
Ow.
This is a try not to make good content challenge, and we're succeeding. We have.
Dude, I licked the microphone.
Why'd you lick the microphone?
I had it in my mouth.
Why'd you do that?
It was fully in my mouth.
So was I.
Huh? Hmm? What?
We got mics and decided to fuck around. Put the camera far away and went, damn, bro. Nothing matter no more, huh? Now my nose real stuffy.
Hey, to be fair, I personally, for me, one of the most fun podcasts to record. I'm having a great time.
But it's a shit podcast.
I don't fucking. Who cares?
What's the oldest console you guys have? Let me know. Comments. I own an Xbox 360. No, hold on. Hold on.
I don't have it now, but I used to have a Nintendo Wii. That's probably the oldest I own. Shout out to the Nintendo Wii. Shout out to Wii Sports Resorts, and specifically the basketball mode.
Shut up.
Jack gets pissy whenever I bring it up because we would play it whenever he was over at my house, and then because he's so
fucking-
tall, he always like to properly shoot the ball. You had to like get a good jump, and you had to like arc it.
I win. I own a Nintendo DS.
Lit.
04.
Grats, man.
I got 04 and then I got 05. You also have 05? And then you got the Wii, which is 06.
Yes, sir.
The oldest I own is 04.
Dude, I got my fucking 360 after I got an Xbox One.
That's so weird.
Yeah, because it's like I got the Xbox One like when it came out because, you know, gamer and all that.
Gamer and your
I-
dad's just weird.
Yeah, and I got like Call of Duty Ghosts and everything.
Son, can you please give me money for groceries? I don't have enough. I just bought 2 new Xboxes. They also-
Yeah, the year
third
after.
popcorn
Anyway,
machine.
as I was saying, the year after I got the Xbox One, I got a 360 so I could play with you on the old games,
Yeah, because you wanted to play BO2.
and it was lit. It was worth it, dude. I will stand by the fact playing Call of Duty Ghosts for the year it was out on the OG Xbox One. Some of the most fun I've had gaming ever.
Oh, yeah. So there was this time we're playing Extinction, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is in February of 2013.
13, I would assume.
It was because I know this. I know the Super Bowl.
Of course you do.
Who knows the rule?
Jesus Christ.
Because I remember because I was there on the day before the Super Bowl, and we stayed up until 5 a.m. playing Extinction. And in one of the games, so there's two.
is it?
there's
Oh,
two
yeah, I
relevant
know what you're
games.
gonna
There's
say.
2 relevant games. In one of the games, it was someone was named like the Relaxing something.
The relaxing, yeah.
It
Wasn't it just the relaxing end?
No, it wasn't.
Hmm.
And we were like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Is it the real one? Is it the real one?" It wasn't. It wasn't the real one.
But what if it was?
What if it was? And then we got another game where some guy was asking us to talk, and we were like, "That's cringe." We're like 11, and then he said our city, and we were like, "Oh." And but we didn't have batteries in the controller, so we had to rush to the closet to find batteries. And we're like, we were gonna die. But he just kind of like looked at your profile and said your city. He didn't like dox you. He just like looked. In a similar way to what happened to me, they didn't do anything. They just looked at my dad's Facebook account, which is since deactivated. So thanks for that, guys. You just kind of made my dad deactivate his account.
Shout out to Beep.
Pin. And yeah.
Your son has child porn on his computer.
They called my dad. Most of you know about this probably.
All 2 of you.
All 2 of you.
Oliver.
They
6.
I
Six.
told people to stop saying the N-word and they said no. So I banned them. And then they called my dad and told him that I had child porn on my computer, and my dad was like, "Shut the fuck up." Which is hype.
Yeah, so Call of Duty Ghosts is an underrated COD.
game.
Dude, I will stand by the fact that Ghosts is like criminally underrated.
Everything Ghost, AW, and BO3 are all underrated.
BO3 is not underrated.
BO3 is underrated.
BO3 is not underrated.
They're all
BO3 is not underrated anywhere near the same level as AW and Ghosts.
Agreed, because the zombies is the best we've ever seen, and because of that, it's like
Multiplayer is kind of mid in BO3.
I enjoyed the multiplayer. I'd make the.
I thought it was fun, but I didn't enjoy it as much as
a
AW.
6.5, maybe 7 if I'm really having a good
I think
time.
I would like. I would say it's probably like a on bad days like a 4, and on good days like
Yeah,
a 6, 7.
Dude, I remember sitting in those fucking Nuketown lobbies going, "I'm
Yep.
going to break this spawn trap. I'm gonna do it." And then I would
Jesus
sit there and I
Christ.
would change to my kinetic armor, and I'd be like,
He's gonna do it.
but I could never get any kills because they were always just spawn trapping. So I had to just sit there and wait for it to charge, and then I'd get it, and I'd be like, and then I'd use it, and I'd die immediately because they'd just shoot me in the head. And I was like, next time.
We'll get him. We'll get
And
him.
I would keep trying, and then that's why my KD was lower than I wanted it to be, because I would die like 80 times in a game. Fuck.
Yeah, no, the Ghost multiplayer though is some of the most fun I've had playing a COD multiplayer.
Yeah,
Just outright.
Yeah, Ghosts and AW are both criminally underrated.
AW, for as flawed as it is, as bad as the supply drop system is and all that, so fucking fun. It getting like the good variants, getting like the fucking HBR A3 Insanity it was so hype.
What is it? What was the ASMR that was there?
The ASM one
What was the ASMR? What's that?
it was the Thompson looking gun, and then
No. What's the ASMR?
I know there was the Speakeasy, which was the like full Tommy gun variant.
No, but what's ASMR is a gun.
No, it was the ASM one. ASM one.
Oh no,
You fucking idiot! I said that. I said ASM one, and you just
I
kept
know.
saying ASMR. I thought you were.
I know because I was like, it's this. There's a different thing. I was like, what's that? And you were like, the ASM one. I was like, no, what's ASMR? And then I just lost it. And then I looked it up and was like, oh,
Jesus.
it's the quiet thing.
Jesus, you fucking yeah. ASMR is the quiet thing. The SMR is the BO2 gun. ASM one is the AW gun.
SMR.
SMR. Those are my initials. They're also the initials of my dad and my brother.
What's your brother's middle name? Genuine question.
I don't actually remember it off the top of my head. I don't have it on the dome. It's some M name though.
Mikhail. Lol. Lol. I got.
Holy shit! It's actually wait. I think it's like Michaela or something.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Did he ever change it?
I don't know if he's done anything with the middle name.
Yeah.
I think that is what it is though.
I'm tempted to cut it after Mikhail. Lol.
The end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Are we doing that?
I might.
Is it over?
Thoughts?
I'm good if you're good.
Num 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 num.
Okay, if you didn't cut it there, thanks for watching Pot of the Dead. Subscribe.
Bye. Sick. That was close. That was good.
That was rough.
That was fucking dude. We cannot do that again.
I think it'll be fine for one podcast.
Yeah, it's fine. Can't do it again. I considered asking if you wanted to do drugs while we were on the podcast.
No. What time is it now?
Holy fuck, it's 1:30.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
So I assume it's a no
What?
for druggy doggies.
Well, if you're still down, I'll do it.
I'm down.
I'm gonna obviously do a half tonight.
Yeah, I had the same time doing half because I've thought about it, right?
Going halvesies.
I've thought about it.
Mhm.
We're going from 10 milligrams to 5.
Yeah.
It's not a big difference.
How's it not? Cutting in half.
It's not a big difference.
No, it's huge.
It's the same difference between 195. I also felt very similar.
Mm.
And if you want to go halvesies on that bitch,
I mean, yeah, I'll try halvesies. Jack, you know what we need to do? 1,000 milligrams.
you need to stop at that bit. Now, what I'm going to say,
Mhm.
if you have a bad time and want to do it again, I'm cutting you off. Okay?
Fair play.
Like, I don't care. I'm cutting you off.
Fair play.
Start recording on the thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna let you have a bad time and then just like get